What's going on YouTube? So today in this video we have a MaxspeedingRods Android head unit with wireless CarPlay for Android and iPhone. It comes with everything you need, including some materials, all the cables, as well as some pry tools as well. So it's very budget friendly, and honestly I'm loving it. It comes with a user manual as well with very clear instructions on it. Make sure you disconnect the battery terminal, and it also shows you for single zone and dual zone connections. So please be aware of that. This works for the Honda Accord 2003 all the way up to 2007, and it retails for less than $200. For Black Friday, it'll be on sale. I'm showing you here for the single zone, you do have to use that green cable. Connect the blue cable into the black piece, and then the rest of them are pretty much optional, such as the USB and reverse camera optical options. First, you're going to go to remove one of the battery terminals. You don't have to remove both of them, just one. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So you can either start from the top half, or you can start from the bottom half. Basically, you can use any one of these, but you're going to pry from the bottom half right here. So once you pry off like one of the corners, it's going to be easier. You basically just take that top piece off. As you see, there's 3 screws right here that you need to dismount. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Don't use this. A lot of people say don't use a power drill. It's faster, it's easy. You can just turn down the torque setting. But you know, there's people in the comment section that think otherwise. So for the bottom half, all you have to do, first we're gonna remove this housing right here. So you're just gonna insert your key here, pull this back. There we go. This panel here, you wanna be delicate with it. These 2 wires here at the bottom. There we go. So now we got this plate out temporarily right here. We don't need that. Okay, that took way longer than expected, but we got it. That's the hardest part to do, is taking out the control center or the whatever thing. But then you just got to remove 2 screws on the bottom. So now we just got to pull this out. The struggle's real. Our memory got wiped out, but basically you're just going to want to disconnect all the back of the cables. So if I can get it here, just disconnect everything from it and you should be good. I'm gonna try my best to record it, but I didn't bring the tripod for my phone, so bear with me. One of the tedious parts of this is that there will be little tags right here. You can cut these little electric tapes off and the tabs holding it. You can cut those off if you want to. You're not going to be needing them afterwards, but you will have to redo electrical tape if needed to cable manage this a little better. Without further ado, we basically just unplug all of these. The blue one, the green one, the white one is the main ones. But we're gonna be using dual zone right here. All right, so here's the new head unit now. All right, we already plugged everything in and I showed you how to plug everything in. But it's pretty simple. GPS, we're gonna put it on top of this plastic piece. And then you do have your blue one, which is gonna go to blue. It's color coded. And then all of these don't matter. Just keep those plugged in. But in the future, if you needed some of this stuff, then you can hook that up like a reverse camera. And then your radio antenna right there goes right here. All right, so we got it in a spot. Just apply those 3 screws that you had on the top, as you can see there. Just reapply those 3 screws. You don't need any on the bottom, but you do have to do cable management, otherwise it's going to be a little bit iffy. I'm going to test it first, so we're going to put the battery terminal back on just to make sure it works before we start putting everything away. All right, so battery terminal. There we go. And it's a good thing to turn off the battery. It's mandatory, so that way you don't draw any power. Now if we were to turn it on, at least 1 click, there we go, it turns on right there, and that's what we want to see. So there we go, now it works. Just make sure it actually functions. Looks like it does. It's very smooth. Wow, look how smooth that is. So we're gonna reapply everything and then we'll get back to you. I'm gonna turn this off first. And by the way, if this doesn't unplug all the way, I think it's because you have to go into park. Once we go back to park, it'll go back to normal. There we go. USB, you can either route it through the side into the glove department, which I will do. There's a hole right there where you can push through. As you can see, link cable is right there. So if you decide to use wired, you can use it right there. Forever, I hate that the glove box takes forever, but there we go, and it opens, and that's how you do it. You got your apps here. You got music, navigation, Chrome, everything here, and it's so smooth. It's honestly way smoother than the Xtrons one. Z-Link is your CarPlay. Android here because it has wireless CarPlay apparently, and I want to test that out. Okay, for some reason they decided to throw this in if you need a single zone. You don't need it at all. Use the original one, and then it'll work just perfect. It shows you whatever door is open. So if you close one door, all right, so the heat is blowing out. Make sure everything works. The front defrosters, the rear defrosters, auto works, dual zone AC works. You can change each individual one, turn it off. You got all that right there. Everything right here works still. This thing is amazing. It shows you whenever how fast you're going and stuff like that, but you're not going to really be using this UI. It does have Android Auto, but I wasn't able to show that. You can change the EQ right here. I like using it on pop, but you can use your own custom ones if you want to. Pretty cool. You can use E-Link, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's, you know, fully in use, but it's perfect. So that's how it is. Honestly, for 200 bucks, it's perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. Overall, I really do love this. I don't have footage on it right now of whenever you turn on your headlights, it'll turn dim, and then it'll also have some nice lights on the side where the home button is and stuff like that, volume and all that. It works very flawlessly. It's smooth. I couldn't ask for anything better. Honestly, it's way better than the Xtrons one that I reviewed in the very beginning when I first started these. Basically the same price, and it comes with a Carplay, so it's a no-brainer. If you're gonna get a head unit, I really recommend MaxspeedingRods. It's a easy, seamless connection, and it's just worth it. So without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We out.